Hey there, this is Alex at Spent Phoenix Games, and today we are doing our test video, checking out our microphone settings as well as lighting and video settings. And we're going to be opening a March of the Machine pre-release pack. I've got some top loaders here, got some penny sleeves. Let's get right into it. So, I haven't opened one of these before, but I really like Phyrexia, so this should be kind of interesting. Neat internals here. Of course, we got some tokens on top. Let me just slide this little internal container out. Wish there was a way I could open this up without damaging the box, because the internal artwork is pretty sweet too. I'm going to put that right to the side and open up this box. Got her spin down, D20. Always nice to have. Lucky 9. Alright. What do we have here? We have an Invasion of Tolvada. And this is the promo pack out of the pre-release bundle. So, foil, Invasion of Tolvada. Ooh. And a foil Goro, and Sataru. I like both of those. Let me put some sleeves on those. Of course, you'd think I'd have my sleeves open and ready to go, but, you know, that's part of the planning process here. Sweet. Okay. So we've opened up our first pack, promo pack. I know, lovely sounds of trash. Okay. Try to keep these into view here. Alright, we got us a March of the Machines draft booster. So the way we're going to open this is just give it a good rip along the sides there. Now, I do want to be careful because draft boosters are a little different than the set boosters in that your more value, or your rare cards are right in the back. Of course, every set seems to be different because I've just proved myself wrong. Alright, we got a failed conversion. Try to fix that glare there. Let's try. Where's that glare coming from? Oh, it's coming from above us. Is that from outside? I think that might be from outside. Let me check this real quick. I'll be right back. It is not from outside. It is from my light above. So I will try to fix that for this next video. But for now, let's... One directly above me? No, it's the light behind me. But it's not the ring light I have behind me. Okay. So, sorry, we'll get back into this. We have a Temporal Cleansing, Fertilid's Favor, Bladed Battle Fan, Swordsoren Cavalier, Trailblazing Historian, Attentive Sky Warden. Our first uncommon is a Streetwise Negotiator. We have a Halo Forager, an Aetherblade Agent. And it seems like with some of these packs, or some of these sets, that they'll throw in a random transformative card in the middle, maybe a common, uncommon, whatever, but this is a common. Aetherblade Agent. We have the Invasion of Zendikar. Alright, we've got a rare here, the Boonbringer Valkyrie. And a mythic, what do we have? Kroxa, Titan of Death's Hunger. I haven't ever seen this card before, that's neat. I don't play Rakdos, but neat card nonetheless. And a Full Art Island. Not a bad pack, and a Night token. So, let me take those. And what we're going to do, we're just going to go through and do these according to the colors. White, U for blue, black, red, and green. As I say that, I just start throwing them into places. And a multicolors like this one, which is black and blue, we're going to put right up here for now. Let's throw some sleeves on these rares, or this rare and this mythic. That is a neat card. I like that. There we go. And just take a top loader here and drop it right on in. Now, as we can see, a little bit of gap up there at the top, so I have to fix that real quick. There we go. Figure out some place for that that isn't in the way. Oh, hopefully nobody snipes my Magic the Gathering card. And our token, put it aside over here. And then our island is a blue. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. Oh, we have something else in here. Building the pre-release deck. Well, we won't be needing that, but neat. And a little divider, I'm assuming. Alright, time for the second draft booster. Don't mind me, just having troubles opening plastic. Which, now that I say that's probably not too uncommon a thing. Alright, starting from the top, we have a Red Cap Heel Slasher, Skittering Surveyor, Expedition Lookout, Timberland Agent, Nezumi Informant, Gold Scale Aeronaut. Where is that light coming from? Phyrexian Archivist, Kithkin Billy Rider, Scrappy Bruiser is our first uncommon. We have a Mutagen Connoisseur, Corruption and Tawashi, the Invasion of Kaladesh, alright, our first rare is Itali Primal Conqueror. Actually, I'm pretty sure this makes for a pretty sweet commander. That's pretty awesome. And we have an uncommon Jury Master of the Review. Ooh, what is our land here? And we got a life gain land. And our token is an elemental. Alright, let's take this Itali out because that is sick. Alright, we'll slap a sleeve on it here. Drop that in the top loader. I always have the worst time of keeping the gap from appearing in the top. It's not the end of the world since these sleeves have a bit of overlap at the bottom, as you can see right about here. It won't be touching directly. And again, it's not the end of the world there, but every little bit of protection here helps keep these cards pristine. As I warp and bend the top loader around it here. There we go. Whoops. We'll mess with those later. And then we'll put these where they need to go. Okay. On to the next pack. Alright, here's our draft booster. Try not to warp the cards themselves, but dang, these things are hard to get into at times. Alright. Again, the lovely sounds of trash. Well, I will plan ahead and have a trash can sitting here next time. Is that the ring light causing that? So I can move that. No, it's not the ring light causing that. It's the above light back there. Okay, well I can always take that light bulb out if I need to. Lovely sounds of plastic. And again, next time, I'll have this a little better planned. Alright. We got Unseal the Necropolis, Karsus Depth Guard, Eyes of Gataxis, The Seed of Hope, Consuming Aetherborn, Core Halberd, Thrashing Frontliner, Converter Beast, and our first uncommon is a Ramosian Greatsword, Phyrexian Awakening. That seems interesting. Nezumi Freewheeler, The Invasion of Kamigawa, and our first rare is a Hoarding Broodlord. Interesting. And a mythic Jintaxis Core Augur. I am almost positive that this is worth some money, because that's one of the main Phyrexians, one of the big bad guys of the set. Alright, and an island and a helper card. Sorry, I'll move that. I just want to keep looking at that freaking cool card. And a helper token. Sweet full art. I like that a lot. Let's get that in a top loader. I'm sure somebody watching this is going to be like, oh my god, what is he doing to those poor cards? But we'll figure it out. And of course, we'll distribute as we usually do, because I do like to see exactly what kind of distribution there is across all these packs. And we'll put a sleeve on this one too. All right. Sorry. Yeah, so I need slightly more neutral lighting. I wonder if I can kill the lights in here. Let's take a little test, shall we? We go dark room. And then let's see if we can bring the lighting on the ring light up. I can figure out what the controls are. Let's give this a shot. This is already looking better. Alright. Next pack is Draft Booster as well. I nearly forgot about these. I'll put this right over there. And an island right there. Alright. Our first card is... Now that is the ring light. Okay. So maybe I can bring that angle over a little less like facing. I just don't want any like long drawn shadows. There we go. Alright. Dramatic Revelation. Overgrown Pest. Hanger Scrounger. The Eyes of Gitaxis. Vengeant Earth. Thrashing Frontliner. Scroll Shift. And Converter Beast. Our first uncommon is a Stoke the Flames. So I can see there's a little shadow across my palm there. We got another Halo Forager. A Blight Reaper Thallid. We have the Invasion of Lorwyn. Alright. And our first rare is a Bloodfeather Phoenix. Hey, that's pretty good tidings. Getting a Phoenix out of the box when, it's been Phoenix games. And we have a rare. Ooh, neat art. Gigantha the Wellspring. Very interesting. And our land is a Tranquil Cove. Token, Phyrexian Mirror. Alright. And we'll get some sleeves for these right here. In fact, you know what? I haven't normally done this, but let's put this in the top loader. This is good tidings. There we go. And this is such a neat art. I'm going to do the exact same for it. Might have to grab some more top loaders from the pile. But can you see there at the top? It's kind of hard to see, but sometimes when you put these into the loaders, sleeve just decides, I don't care about the card. I'm sticking to the loader. So I have to give it a good little pinch here at the top. Good enough. And our Tranquil Cove. Okay. Back before we open these last two packs, let me grab just a couple more top loaders. Maybe you can see me okay. And by a couple more, I mean let's grab all of them. There we go. Okay. I'm betting that fan is probably showing up nice and loud on our microphone. I didn't even think about it. But that's okay. Because, as we said, this is all part of the test process. I don't know why I tried any other way than doing this way, because this way seems to be the only way that works. Okay. Starting from the top with our commons, we have our Karsus Depth card, Disturbing Conversion, another Overgrown Pest, another Dramatic Revelation, a Kite Sail, a Tentative Sky Warden, and the Trailblazing Historian. Our first uncommon is an Elspeth Smite. We have a Copper Host Crusher. We have a Tarkir Dune Shaper. We have an Invasion of Lorwyn. Trying to figure out the right handhold for this too. Alright, our first rare is City on Fire. Ooh, seems like a good red. Well, at 8 mana, kind of hard to do anything with that. And we have a rare Zerta the Dawnwaker. Oh, and a foil. Foil Sigiled Sentinel. Darlam. Basic Island. And a Helper token. Alright. Load them up. And we'll go ahead and get some sleeves for these two. And even though it's probably not worth anything, I still like sleeving all my foils. Helps prevent the little bending that foils unfortunately tend to receive. Alright, we've done so well so far. Let's see what this last pack entails. Alright, we have an Ickershade, Marauding Dreadship, a Halo Charge Scob, Placid Rottentail, Inspired Charge, a Saiva Cryptomancer, Alabaster Host Intercessor. First uncommon is a Furnace Rains, a Lithomantic Barrage, Mirror Shield Hoplite. I have seen this card before. We have a common, Order of the Mirror, and then we have a rare battle, the Invasion of Ikoria. We have a uncommon Agar the Freezing Flame, and a foil Fertilid's Favor, and our land, a Full Art Swamp. Token Elemental. Okay. Well, not the most exciting pack, but I'd say we had some pretty sweet cards in there overall. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put these two in some top loaders while I'm thinking about it. And our foil Invasion of Tolvada. I don't think these invasions are worth much, but this one's pretty cool because it's foil. I hadn't seen a foil invasion. Go back through some of these top loaders. Got our Tally. This one I'm super excited about. That is such a cool card, and Tally's just awesome. We got a Croxa. I mean, again, pretty awesome. I don't play Rakdos colors, which are black and red. Yeah, of course, the foil Invasion of Tolvada, the full Goro and Satoru. Gigantha, the Wellspring. And yeah, there's my boy. That spells good tidings. And then, of course, Gentag Gitaxis. Overall, I'm pretty impressed with the first video. Hopefully this sounds all good. I don't believe there's anything else in here. These are more so just holding your spots kind of thing, but yeah. Looks like our biggest pile might be red. And of course multicolors, but even those weren't too common. And then of course we got a few. We got the Invasion of Ikoria, Fertilid's Favor, and the Sigil Sentinel. And who knows, maybe I should have put these in top loaders. Maybe they're worth more than the ones I put in top loaders, but we'll leave it as is for now. And of course, all of these will be posted on the store at TCGPlayer. Just search for Spent Phoenix Games, and you should find me. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.